Note to self, always put the fuel cap back on. I didn't run out of fuel this time, I just forgot to put the fuel cap on last time. I got water in the fuel tank. Good afternoon everybody, and welcome to the channel. As always, there's quite a bit going on at the minute, but you're stuck with me, which lately has been probably more boring content. Brad maybe might get some footage, so Brad and Phil are on both the dozers. Actually, I think Phil's doing work for one neighbour and Brad's doing work for the other neighbour with them. So yeah, other than that, JD's probably going to be on the rock picker. Robbo's going to be on the grader, so we're all just, yeah, everything's happening. I've been busy spraying on the weed it, but I finished the weed it. Now we're going to head to the south lease block to do some spraying there. But before we get into the main video, couple of little things to mention. We actually got sent out of the blue a little package from Gondwana Macadamias. I think they're a company up a bit further northeast of us, so yeah, in northern New South Wales. So they obviously deal with macadamia products, and yeah, they sent a package. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to video unpacking it or anything like that because our kids kind of got to it before we did, so it was all sort of scattered. But we kind of packaged it together and got a photo at least, so I'll throw that up on the screen. But yeah, stuff like hand wash, there was face cleanser stuff, there was, which obviously I'll probably need, and yeah, just a whole range of things. So that was very, very interesting. Go on the website and check it out. I'm just getting organised to go down to the south lease block to do the spraying there on the grasshopper. And Dad's also ferreting around. I heard you mumbling away to yourself. You're a great storyteller, aren't you? Yeah, well, you must have got that from your mother. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't think that is the case, but you caught me. I've been hibernating for a while, you know. Yeah. Well, I think, does that camera that I gave you have cobwebs on it yet? Well, Jamie's got it. Jamie's got it. Yeah. Yeah, right. So do I need to get another one now? All depends. I'll tell you what, I do have a bit of a dream. What's that? I've got to work out a way that I can put, I want to see Tiny One has got heating issues in its cooling package. Mm-hmm. Now, it's a bit of mud in the radiators or the oil coolers or whatever, and those big mufflers are in there, got over a cubic metre of surface area, and they're probably running at maybe 200 degrees Celsius on maybe 150, anyway, they're hot. And the fan's pushing the air forward, so all the air is coming off those mufflers, going through the cooling package. Well, I thought if I could get a couple of elbows straight out of the turbos and coming out the side and put them straight up and try it out. So you guys probably can't see me shaking my head. No. Yeah, right. Well, so then we're going to have to increase the hearing protection package for whoever's driving it. Well, look, actually, I don't think it's a long-term solution at all, but I think it'd be just interesting to try. But I've run out of my piggy bank's empty, mate. Yeah, no. I reckon it cost a couple of grand Australian to try the idea. You know, we need to set up a GoFundMe for Dad's experiments. Yeah, that's right. I was talking about the South Lease block. We've got spraying happening there. Bye, folks. See you next time. What happened last time, I think it was on camera, was the GPS didn't work down there. So there was the base station that we just took down there didn't work. In the meantime, we've upgraded the GPS on the Challenger, and we've upgraded our base stations on the, we had one up here, obviously behind the shed here, and one at the development block. So we've upgraded them. So we've got a few different options. So we've actually had the guys from Palumbo Industries in town, they're sort of doing the transition a bit, but we reprogrammed this receiver off the Challenger and changed it to a base that I can then use down at the South Lease block and have our RTK, or really accurate GPS. So that's what's happened there. Well, good morning everyone. We made it. There's the dear old grasshopper. Phil's actually down here checking the weeds about, and he usually when he does that I get him to just run over the grasshopper just to check whether everything's working as it should, and make sure it'll start and make sure the fluids are all good, so I don't have any nasty surprises. So we'll get roughly set up here, and then I've got to go up that little hill there and I'll set up this GPS. Well, apart from the odd little tree, looks like in this spot anyway, which has been a bit of a bad spot, there's a bit of barnyard grass which is growing back. You can see down the bottom below the green it's been got before, but it's yeah, grown through it, and yeah, so we need to hit that again. Barnyard grass is very tricky. It is, yeah, there's quite a bit of resistant barnyard grass about, so yeah, you just gets harder and harder to kill, but it's yeah, it's getting on top of it though, so that's good. Right. Nice view. For any that follow the channel will know my history of running out of fuel in the grasshopper. So I've solved that. I always bring a 44-gallon drum of diesel down. Old Faithful. Well, we've had a win, but we've also had a loss. GPS working perfect. We've got RTK guidance, so that's what we want. So we should all be set, but air conditioner's not working. So I just did a quick few tests. I think it's yeah, it must have a leak somewhere and it's leaked out the gas just enough for the pressure switch to stop the compressor from kicking in. So it's going to be a warm one for me today. I think thankfully it's not a 40-degree day today, but it's still going to be mid to high 30s, I think. So yeah, I'll just be, I don't know, thankfully there is some windows I can open, but it is what it is. Got to get it done. Yeah, it's one of those days. There's a bit of a backstory. I'll just fill you in, I think. So, as I said before, I usually I carry fuel with me, which may turn out to be a very good idea, because last time I filled this up, I must have left the cap off, which when Phil came a couple of days ago and checked it out, he said the cap was off. The fuel was full, so that was all good. But yeah, obviously a bit of water from rain. I don't think we had a lot of rain, but there would have been a bit of water get in. But yeah, it worked for a couple of hours fine, and then now it's given me all sorts of grief. It's got water filters in there, water separators, but there must be just a bit too much. So I've already bled it once. I've drained a bit of diesel out because the water settles to the bottom. So I've drained a bit of that out. I've drained the water filters. I've bled the system, run it again, and yeah, it's just coughing and spluttering pretty bad. So I'm going to just do it again to see if it can work. Still got no aircon, obviously. So I feel like sort of just going back to bed and trying again another day. But so anyway, I'll just keep an eye on here, the drain bung for the fuel tank. I just got it cracked a bit, and yeah, I can see that that's actually water for a bit there. Now that's mostly diesel there now. So fun and games. I'm actually probably about I'd be probably 1.5 kilometers away from the ute, so yeah, I hope I can get it going again. Otherwise I'll either have to call in reinforcements or go on a hike. But anyway, we'll just keep plodding along here, see what I can find out, and yeah, go from there. Couldn't make this stuff up. Right, well, it's running. I want to try and finish this load, hopefully, and then I can head back. I may even have to drain whatever's left of the diesel and put the fresh stuff in. Yeah, it's not worth being caught out all the time. So, right, let's keep going. That's right. When you stop, if the boom's lower than the tank, it dribbles out. So there's taps I've got to turn off, and then I keep forgetting to turn them back on. It's 11 o'clock. I've done 36 hectares. Oh dear. Right. Come on, baby. Oh, I'm hungry. Right, I might have to call in reinforcements, I think. Update time. Didn't really feel much of it because there was diesel going all over me. Just, yeah, a bit of a mess. But so I got all the fuel out of the tank. I had a couple of old drums. I just put it in that for the minute, and then yeah, because I brought all that 200 litres of diesel down with me. Put that in, flushed it through the filters. So far, it's working. So note to self: always put the fuel cap back on. I didn't run out of fuel this time. I just forgot to put the fuel cap on last time and got water in the fuel tank. So anyway, I'll keep chugging along. I might get, who knows, if the conditions are right, I might be able to go a bit later and get it done, but we'll just have to see what happens. Well guys, I got some reinforcements. I got Dad to bring the aircon gear out. I'm actually just probably going to use the non-regulated gas, so I don't have to worry about, yeah, finding the exact problem and doing all that sort of stuff. So yeah, we can do that another day. So I'll probably just put a bit of that in there and get it to work, and yeah, because I don't know how quick it's going to leak or any of that, so we'll just start there, I think. Well, you join me in the wilderness here.
Yep. Yep, I'm not joining you in that cab though.
No, I don't need more body heat in there. We'll see how we go. It's got some in it. Guess I'll just whack some in there and see what happens. I can hear gas. Turn her off. Yeah, the aircon hose is rubbed against the water pump. Rub the hole in it.
Right. Oh, well. Now you could clamp that together with a bit of water pipe and silicone. Don't you laugh. It works.
I'm sure it does. Oh, well, that's... Which hose is that? That's actually the low side. Yeah, that's not good.
You can cut it and put a bit of pipe between it and two hose clamps too. You can do that.
Yeah, I think we'll go for a bit more of a permanent repair. But that just means the rest of today is going to be stinking hot.
Alright.
Alright, thanks for that.
Right.
That's good. It's good to know at least.
Yeah.
Thank you. That pipe actually goes all the way into the cab. Up through the side of the roof on the other side, but it goes in that up there up to the top. So maybe I have to, yeah, I did try and buy some crimpers for aircon hose and all of that. Maybe I need to get onto them and yeah, what do I do? Yeah, and actually put a join, that might work. Yeah, so I don't have to pull it out from the roof, which is going to be a pain. So anyway, it is what it is. So get back to it. Righto guys, I just loaded up for the last time. This is the 4th load. So yeah, fingers crossed. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon, so usually I'd be just about finishing now, but obviously with all the hullabaloo. So yeah, to add to the things that are going on, I've got the controller here is randomly turning off. I don't know if it's heat related. It is rather warm in here, because it just shuts off, and no matter what I wriggle or hit or whatever, there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason. It just randomly comes back on. So I'm not sure if it's heat related. It very well could be. It'd be over, yeah, well over 40 degrees in the cab here, so yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if that is what's going wrong. But yeah, I've ordered a kit. I've been trying to get crimpers and different things for a while, and back when I did the trade, air conditioning hose crimpers and that, it was just the sort of the older style with a ferrule on it. Did heaps and heaps of them, but there's actually a new thing out I hadn't really done much research about. I'm sure some in the game would have heard about it. I think it's called Burger Flex, and they actually just use little rings that you clamp down with a special clamp. So anyway, I'm hoping because we can source them locally, we can get the bits and pieces overnight pretty well. I'm hoping that that'll do it. So I've ordered a starter kit. It comes with like 172 pieces, so yeah, all the clips, different this, that, the other fittings, so I can actually just cut the hose and join a new section on where I need to, rather than try and pull the whole hose out, because it goes up the yeah, the pillar there up into the evaporator in the roof there, so I can't really easily pull that out, and yeah, it's going to be a pain. So anyway, that's the story there. You also might be wondering why, or wondering how I'm going with having a window open while I'm spraying. When I'm going into the wind, I can crack that open. When I'm going with the wind, I close that. So the wind's going that way, so we're all good. So all is going okay. It's just annoying me that thing's dropping out. So hopefully it can hold on for me, because when that drops out, I've got to reset the GPS to get the auto shut off to work, and yeah, it's just a bit of a show. So let's hope we all stay together. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. I just had the GPS cut out of me now. I'm pretty sure that's heat related too. I think we might be back online here, but it's frozen. There we go. So yeah, that there is quite hot, so I can't hold my hand on there for more than about 5 seconds. So let's just hope we can still go. I think that's, yeah, it's frozen on me. Oh, might be, oh no, there we're back. Might have to do it all freehand maybe. Anyway. Oh, what a day. I haven't had one of these days in a long time. We're getting there. We're getting there. We've only got, what are we on? 64, 48, 85. So we've got about 20 hectares to go. Come on, girl. Keep it together. Keep it together. It's actually got not a bad breeze out there at the minute, but yeah, the problem is as the sun comes in lower, there's more sunlight in the cab, which it's actually hotter now than it was in the middle of the day. So anyway, such is life. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you in the next one.